Hey there, it's Jenny from Southern Savers. It's Monday night, which means it's time for our Q&A. I know we didn't have this last week, so it's fun to be back with you and kind of back into our normal routine. And thanks for, giving me a week off. We had a great time away at the beach, which everybody just needs some time away every now and then. So we're going to dive right in tonight, and I am pulling everything up so that I can make sure I'm seeing chats and your questions, which is how this works. So if you've never joined in, you leave any questions you have directly in the comments, and either I will see them or my husband will see them, and I will answer them. So it's pretty straightforward and simple. And half the time before I get to them, somebody else will answer them in the comments because you guys are awesome. So that is, how it works. You gotta, the play of it all now. I always come with a topic, and tonight's topic is what to buy in the summer. So folks always want to know, when's the best time to get this? When's the best time to get that? We kind of hit on this a little bit, but we really took it to a more grocery side, probably 3 or 4 weeks ago. So I wanted to hit specifically on some of the big sales that we see during the summer, because we see a number of them that maybe you weren't expecting, but then we also see a lot of things that we should not buy during the summer. You want them during the summer, but that does not mean that they are on sale right now. So I want to hit on those too. Pam's already chiming in. When's the best time to buy a new oven? I'm with you, Pam. Anytime you want a big ticket item, you're kind of, no pressure, but it's today. So 3-day weekends are huge for appliances. So if you were wanting something, probably was a sale that ran through today. But Pam, don't be discouraged, because a lot of Memorial Day sales actually run through tomorrow. So I would do a little bit of hunting if you're really ready to dive in and make that purchase tonight. Do some digging online and, take a screenshot of prices that you find, because they'll all honor it tomorrow in the store, even if they've already changed the price in the store tomorrow. It's just a little tip. But you may be able to find probably a really great deal through this 3-day weekend. If you're not ready to jump in on it yet, then waiting for that July 4th window, which is your next big one. So it's really like a month away. It's hard to imagine that, but June is 2 days away, 3 days away. So you could hold off for about another month if you wanted to, but 3-day weekends for anything huge. So that's going to be furniture, appliances. Those are our best weekends for those sales, period, across the board, for all of them. So with those big ticket items too, Pam, just a little tip is that you can always price match those across all the stores. So if you find a really great deal over here at Lowe's and they're still running it through tomorrow, but Home Depot's not, and that's who you wanted to buy from, they will all price match each other. So, just find the one you want and basically take it to the store that you want, and you're going to get the best price that you possibly can think of. That's the goal, right? That answers that one. Jesse says, I found that we're talking about pools. Someone else was saying, when's the best time to grab those things? So let's just go summer equipment, because this is not the time. If you will use it during the summer, I don't want to buy it during the summer. Now, it's really when it comes to, it's the same tip with our clothes, guys. I don't want to buy my winter gear in the middle of winter. I want to buy my winter gear at the end of winter, and the same for summer. So pools, best time to buy a new pool to put in the ground or above ground is always at the end of the season. No, I don't need it at the end of the season, but that's the best time to buy it. And you're going to get a much better deal on that by doing that, by being at the end of the season, especially for in-ground pools. We have some friends on Facebook watching them post pictures of a pool they're putting in. Hopefully they're not watching Facebook Live. This is the worst time of year to schedule to have a pool put in your yard. Not only are they crazy busy, they're going to charge you more because of that, because this is prime time for them. So any of those items that you can wait on. So pools fit in that boat, guys, but grills do too, and patio furniture. And I know grills is the one that everybody has been asking me about. This really isn't the best time that we see like the best deals, but, so I'm going to give you a little bone on this one. If you can't hold out, I know that you want one. It's grilling season. You probably all thought, if only we had a grill today, we could have had hamburgers on Memorial Day. You will still see some good discounts on grills through Father's Day, which is only, 2.5 weeks away now. But do not buy a grill from post Father's Day until September. No grills. If you don't get one before Father's Day, promise me you will wait. That's really all I want you to get. Because September, October, those are the best times to grab a grill. They're putting all those things on clearance because they want that space to bring in Christmas. And they go so huge with Christmas, so early with Christmas, that they need those grills out of there for Home Depot, Lowe's, all of those folks. I saw a commercial for Ace Hardware last week. I don't ever watch commercials unless I'm somewhere else on somebody else's cable TV. But saw a commercial for Ace Hardware that right now, before Father's Day, they are offering free delivery, free setup, and free propane with every grill. So, I mean, there are deals just before Father's Day. Don't wait too long if you're in the grill boat. Patio furniture, if you really want it, you're going to find some on sale, but it's nowhere near the prices that it would be as well after the summer season. So that kind of hits all of that summer big ticket item gear. I know it's not what you want to hear, but it's the truth. If we're trying to get the best bang for our buck, it's waiting on those items. Okay. Aaron says, think about when us Northerners would get snow might be a better time for pools, for y'all. Yeah, exactly. So waiting until the winter to start digging, would probably be the best way to go. And Paige says, is there really an end of summer season for pools and grills if you live in Florida? So Paige, even there, yes, I know that seems silly, but they're still going to taper off in, the not summer months. And the reason for that is school. So if I'm a parent and I want to keep my kids entertained during the summer, I want a pool in the backyard, and I want it in the backyard for summer. So if I decide at the beginning of summer, I want it put in as soon as possible so my kids can enjoy it while they're home from school. So if anything, Paige, that would be in Florida, that's going to be your peak time, is that out of school time. And once school starts back in, it's going to get cheaper. The demand is going to go down. Parents, they don't have as much time to swim, so it's okay if you wait a few months to put it in. That's really the one that maybe that helps kind of put it in that perspective. Not necessarily, I could swim all season long. I don't know about North Florida though. I grew up in Tallahassee, and I wouldn't really be jumping in a pool in Tallahassee in December. It was still a little chilly. But I also still have Florida in my blood, and at 65, I'm putting on sweatshirts and jeans, and my husband's laughing at me. So Nicholas says, what hardware store, Home Depot, Ace, Lowe's, has the best prices, do I think? So Nicholas, I may have missed your earlier question on exactly what, and maybe you're just saying general, which one has the best prices. So I'm scrolling. So I'm guessing that's just a general question. But if you're meaning grills in particular, Nicholas, I would say let's price match those out as well. So look at what they're all offering. I know Home Depot was offering crazy gift cards back on really expensive grills. That's if you want to go huge. But they're all offering some promotions and incentives. So I would look at what everybody's offering in the grill department, specifically if that's what you're talking about, and kind of weigh that against each other. I also would not hesitate at all to try to get them to price match each other. So they will totally price match in the appliance department. And let's take this to that category as well, because for some of these grills, they're almost as expensive as buying a new stove or a new oven for your kitchen. So I would not at all hesitate at trying to say, hey, I found this price over here. What will you guys do about it? Never hurts to ask. But I think you're going to find the prices are very similar. The one exception there may be Ace Hardware. And the tricky one with that is that you're really dealing with a mom and pop store who doesn't have bulk buying from the brand. We're always going to see cheaper prices when we're bulk buying. And so that's where Home Depot and Lowe's can beat them, because they're buying a much larger quantity and then they're separating them out across the stores rather than the grill companies doing that individually. Ace Hardware's, a lot of them are individually owned and operated. And so we get into that mom and pop store not really having the best offer all the time. So that's something to consider price-wise too, though I'm not opposed to it. I think sweet Ace Hardware should be around forever, but it's a tricky one when you're making a large purchase, and I completely understand that one. Evelyn says, what about lawnmowers? So that one's also going to fit into this boat. I know you can't really look out at your grass though and tell it to not grow until September or October. So if you are desperately needing a lawnmower, a couple of options might be looking for one that's used that could possibly last you a little bit longer, get you through the summer, maybe through next year, and then buying one during the off season, always cheaper during the off season than it is peak season, or going ahead and grabbing one now versus waiting until June, July, August. They're not going to get cheaper. We're not going to see some crazy lawnmower sale in the middle of July. So this is what you have is what you've got probably. But maybe trying to go used if you could, to get you through until the off season. Okay. I think, let's jump through some other questions. So Janet says, I don't always get a Publix flyer. How can I get the gas coupon? So Janet, you're making me question it, but I'm pretty sure if you go to Publix's website, starting tomorrow, they always post a preview of their ad on their website on Tuesdays. So if you log in, you have to log in to see the previews, but if you go to Publix.com, log in, you'll see a preview, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to print that coupon directly from Publix's website. If you're not, the flyers are right inside the front door of Publix, and it may mean you may be asking because you want to take it somewhere else. But if you're in Publix, that flyer is in the weekly ad. It's in every single weekly ad, and there's a whole bunch of them right by the front door. So you could just wait until you got into the store. Now, if you were wanting it to take it to BuyLow, you should be able to print it directly from Publix's website. So you don't have to have the paper copy. You could just take the printed if you wanted to take it somewhere else. And yes, just to chime in on that one, anyone that has a Publix, the gas card deal is going to start in the new Publix ad starting on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on where you live, and run through Sunday. So it's always the first half of the week only, and it's $10 off of any $50 gas station gift card when you buy $50 worth of groceries. And remember, that's before coupons. So your total does not have to be $50. Your total could end up being a lot less, but you're going to get $10 off of a gas station gift card, and you should. That is a deal that you should never leave at Publix. That's 20% off of your gas. So when you do the math out on that, it may just feel like $10. That's 20% off of $50 worth of gas. That's huge. If a gas station ran 20% off of gas and they put it on the radio, it would be packed out. I don't know if any of y'all remember this. I'm going to date myself here, but I remember being in high school and hearing on the radio, we had a radio station in town, like 98.9 The Breeze or something like that, and they would run gas for 98 cents a gallon, and people would go crazy, and they would line the streets. I know some of you can probably remember it a lot lower than that, but that's about where we would be if gas stations did that. So you should not ever leave Publix without getting that gas station gift card. And it's good for any station, guys. So you don't even have to go with one particular one. If you want to go Shell or Exxon, you can get whatever they have. So starts Wednesday, ends Sunday. Thanks, Janet, for giving us all that reminder on that one too. Joe Daddy on Periscope saying, is Publix still a good place to shop? Prices seem really high. So yes, totally still some good deals there. You just want to stick with the BOGOs. Going just buy one, get ones, pairing in some coupons if you can. You're going to still get some crazy good deals, even though they don't double coupons. But we don't want to shop off sale. And that's the big thing that I'm trying to get everyone to, change the way that they're shopping. But off sale is going to be the scariest part for you at Publix, and not something that most of us would ever really want to touch. So stick with the BOGOs and you're going to save a lot of money. So Disha, we're going for other large items. What about kitchen cabinets? That I would also stick in a 3-day window, our big weekend sales. The other one for kitchen cabinets is just shopping around and finding who has the best prices in the styles that you're wanting. And it's not necessarily, anytime we talk going custom or anything like that, everything is adding more dollar signs to it. Cheaper, if you want the best cheap option, is probably IKEA, but you're going to be doing it yourself. It just depends on where you want to go. And really, Disha, for that one, it's not necessarily a sale window. It really is going to be you doing some legwork and finding who has the best sale. But keep in mind they will also tend to price match each other. So if you're finding one deal at Lowe's and you want to get it at Home Depot, or you want to see if Home Depot can do better, you should. So I would go that route. I would also go local here too. There are a lot of local suppliers who may be able to beat that Lowe's and Home Depot price on those cabinets. You might be surprised. So hunting around is probably best on that. Okay, let's talk a few other things. Jonathan, we'll chime in on this one too. So Jonathan says deals on iPads. So let me just off the bat, electronics. If you're wanting electronics, we will see a few little deals before Father's Day starting next week. They're not going to be crazy good deals though. They're going to be deals that are moms realizing they didn't get anything for Father's Day and tearing into the store, but not the best prices that we see. For handheld electronics, for iPads, for TVs, all of those items, it's always Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Hands down, the best prices that we see are always around Black Friday. For other electronics, so talking about things that we should buy, because so far I feel like all I've told you for summer is things you shouldn't buy in the summer. So things that we should buy in the summer coming up, we're a month away now, is back to school. So if you've been holding out laptops, printers, anything that deals with computers or peripheral devices for computers, that is the best time. So folks always ask, when should we get a laptop? It's coming. It's in a month. So back to school season is going to start the first full week of July, which is not the week of July 4th. It's the next week after July 4th. We're going to get some crazy good back to school deals, not just on computers, guys, but on all sorts of things. But that is the best time to get a new computer. So if it's on your list of things that you want this year, don't wait. You've got the whole month of July and the first 2 weeks of August. Do not go past the second week of August because they're over. It's a 6-week window. Cheapest prices we see all year on laptops and some desktops. Folks, last year were really disappointed that we didn't see a lot of desktop computers. Desktops are really kind of going out. It's just not something that a lot of people want anymore. They like the mobility of laptops and how small laptops are. So you're not going to see a ton of deals on desktops, but you are going to see some crazy good deals on laptops. So go ahead and circle that on your calendar. We are, 5 weeks away, but back to school season. If you aren't in the laptop mode, it's still going to mean a lot of fun deals. We always see free pens and 25-cent crayons and just crazy cheap deals. Also, little chime in on back to school. We do not see another sale in the spring. So I always say this, but just to hit that one home, you want to buy enough for the whole year because you got a long time until those crayons are 25 cents again. So don't go light, go heavy on whatever you need, and think about other things you could use too. So think about Christmas stockings, anything that I'm going to want crayons or markers or glue. This is your time. So you can go ahead and write that one down for the summer. Finally, there's something I can tell you to buy in the summer versus lots of things to not buy in the summer. So Cynthia says, how else can we save money on gas? The only thing I do is the Publix gas card deals every time they run them. So Cynthia, a few other things. I would definitely join like Shell Fuel Saver Rewards program. And we mentioned these actually 2 weeks ago on the last Q&A that we did, which was all vacations. But joining the gas rewards programs at all the gas stations. Shell is the one that we use because we pass 2 Shell stations just to get to the house whenever we go to town. But BP also has a program. Exxon and Mobil used to. I'm not sure if they've come out with a replacement for Plenty or not. I rarely go to one. But those programs can be stacked with other savings. So joining Shell Fuel Rewards, I'm going to get 5 cents off of every gallon of gas. Plus, I can use a Shell gas station gift card that I got at Publix. So I can stack those together. If you're a buy low shopper, give us a couple more weeks and the buy low program is going to be based through the Shell program. So that's going to be even more. Just a plug for my buy low folks with the Publix gift card deal. I would get Shell gas station gift cards. But kind of pairing all those together. Another one, Cynthia, is Gas Buddy and using apps similar to that. So Gas Buddy is an app. It's free. And it will show you what the price of gas is at all the stations in town so that you can pick the cheapest one if you're able to. to be able to get the best price on gas right now. And that's going to help you save a little bit as well. And then, if you're near a Costco or a BJ's, even Walmart, anyone that's got a house gas station, you will also find some of the cheapest prices in town at those specific stations. For me, that means driving 30 minutes out of my way. Probably not going to head there very often, but if you were already right there and it was a place that you were going to drive past all the time, they probably do have some of the best prices. Okay. So Josie says about Kohl's, I tried using a $10 off $25 coupon on a $24.99 shirt and it didn't work. I had to add a filler. So Josie, you do on those 10 off 25s with Kohl's, you do have to reach the full amount now to be able to use those specific dollar off coupons. I have seen in the past where like percent off coupons are usually happy. Even the 20% off of a $100 purchase, a lot of times those will still work if you're within a window of that $100 purchase, but not the dollar off coupon. So that might be where your question was on that. But yeah, you got to reach the full amount. Oh, and Jennifer says, I live in South Carolina and there were no coupons. So yes, this past week, no coupons in the Sunday paper. We do try to always give you a preview of what's coming. So if you head to Southern Savers and you click on the Sunday ads that's on the right-hand sidebar, you will always be able to see on Wednesday, we post that, a preview of what's coming in the Sunday paper. My mom actually chatted me this evening. She said this coming Sunday, we're going to have 3 inserts. So a Smart Source, a Retail Me Not, and a Procter & Gamble will be in the newspaper. So they're going to make it up to you, Jennifer, with 3 inserts next week. Maybe that'll be a little bit better. We all got a little break from organizing coupons this past Sunday, but no coupons whatsoever in Sunday's paper. Okay, let's jump to some other things that I have. Speaking of something on the site, we actually rolled out a new feature today. It's little. It's not something that, I don't think any of you have been like waiting with bated breath for this, but if you are looking at, and I will pull this up so that you guys can see, but if you are looking at the site and you're looking at your list, let me pull this over here so you can fully see. We'll pull up, let's see, let's go to Kroger. Well, there is now a way where over here, you have a whole new little tab, and anything that is on this list or this list that is $1 or less, it will pull them all to a list for you. So those of you who only want like the top deals, and I can make this big, I know you guys can't always see that on your screens, but that's what we're talking about right here is a new little tab. So it's combining these, and if you don't want it to combine something, you can uncheck them, but it's combining all of them, and then any deals that are $1 or less after coupons, it's going to pull them all to this section, so you can just make a list of the top deals if that's what you wanted to do, and head to the store. Now you can still obviously make lists of any of these deals. It's the same thing, but just a kind of fun way to have everything pulled for you. We have always been making $1 or less lists, but having to post them somewhere else. So in the past, if you came up here and you went to Kroger, you could go to $1 or less and find it. But now we just have a way that it does it automatically for you. So that's kind of fun. I wanted to chime in on that and not forget to tell you it was at the top of my list. So I didn't forget to go there. And then one other thing I wanted to mention tonight is all of the giveaways. And I'm going to stick this in the links too, but we'll go directly there too. So we did a bunch of giveaways last week. Don't forget to enter them all. So top post that I did yesterday. One of them has already ended, and I have to go in and pick the winner tonight. But they're rolling. So every day a new one will close. Just make sure that you entered to win all of these, because there were some fun ones. $150 in games, $50 in Walmart, Amazon Fire tablets, hammocks. So I hope that you guys got entered for a lot of those, but you still have time for some of them as well. So wanted to chime in on that one too. Now, back to some other things to buy in the summer. Let's talk produce and meat. So we've talked a lot of big purchases, but there are some other things that I would go ahead and grab. And produce and meat, this is your best time to do that. Now, if you don't have an outside freezer, keep in mind with produce, you could can it as well. So you can put on your Suzy Q homemaker hat and figure it out. If you've never done canning, it's actually not that hard. But we can put things up in 2 separate ways. They do not have to be put in the freezer. So if you're stuck in that boat and you're saying, I can't put things up in bulk, you can always can. Produce wise, what you're looking for, I kind of made a list. Some of the best prices that we see right now at the farmer's market: corn, green beans, peppers, okra, squash, tomatoes, and fruit wise, we're going to see berries and peaches are the cheapest right now. Some fruit does not follow a season. You'll always see bananas are super cheap. We'll still see others throughout the year as well because they come from other regions. But most of these, this is going to be your local produce that we can grab in bulk. I do want to share one website with you as well, and we'll put a link to this in the comments too. So the link that I'm going to put in the comments is really a shortened link that will take you to this really long USDA link. But here, I'll slide it even further over so you can see everything. So this is just a report. It's kind of boring looking. It's very, dot matrix printer-ish. But it shows you everything that was on sale at the federal market today. This updates every single morning. And this is the federal market in Columbia, South Carolina, which I know not all of you are right here. There are only 19 federal markets in the country though. So for a lot of you, this is still going to be pretty close to you, and it's going to give you a good idea of what the prices are. And guys, those of you in Atlanta, there's a federal market in Atlanta. There's a federal market in Miami. The prices are the same. So just use this one. It's the easiest to find by far, and hopefully that will help you. But what this is doing, it gives you an idea of how much I could save if I did buy in bulk and I put it up in the freezer. So just to, run through some things, I can get 20 pounds of broccoli. That's a lot of broccoli. 20 pounds of broccoli for 20 bucks. So it's $1 a pound. The grocery store, you're probably more like $2 to $2.25 a pound. Let's see, what's another one? This is all in-state too, by the way, which is great. There's a lot coming in that's already local. Some though, corn, 4 dozen cartons, which is 40 ears of corn, a little over 40 ears of corn, 14 bucks for 4 dozen ears of corn. That's a ton of corn. So that's what I want to get across to you. This is the time of year to be buying your produce. You're not going to get corn on the cob that cheap any other time of the year except during the summer. So if that's all you could do is, let's save up some money. Let's try to grab what we can and get it put up. It's very easy to put these things up in the freezer. Just Google is your friend, how to blanch corn, how to blanch whatever to get it put up. And then how to can, if you've never done that as well. You don't need equipment to can either. You can get a big canning pot, but I will tell you, I have done it in the past. My sister-in-law can be my testimony that it worked. But we took kitchen towels and put them in the bottom of the pot, filled it with water. So the towel's not going to burn. It's filled with water. But the towel is there. You can put towels in between your jars. That's just keeping them from banging together, and you're good. In a pot that you would normally make spaghetti in, and you can get 4 jars in there at a time. So don't even leave canning and make yourself think that you need a bunch of equipment to do it. Now, is this the way Martha Stewart does it? Probably not, but it worked. We didn't lose any jars. No one was harmed in the making of our canned goods, and we didn't have to go out and buy a bunch of equipment either. So you can get them put up in very unique ways if you want. So use that link. We'll stick it in the comments so that you guys can all see it. It's at least helpful to see what in the world a good price is for these items so that you know what to stock up on. So that's the big one for summer, stocking up on summer produce, getting it put up in the freezer, getting it canned. Let's, think like our grandmas here for a minute, but it's going to be a huge savings to you when none of this is in season and you want some fresh produce come fall and winter. So you gotta think like a farmer here. Meat follows this line too, guys. You may not think about it, but most animals are taken to market during the summer because they weigh more during the summer. I'm not going to take a cow to the market in the winter when it doesn't have any grass to eat, when it's only, It's just not how it works. So most of them go to market in May and June. So if you're looking at buying a whole cow, buying a half cow, splitting it up with some friends, this is the time of year that they're doing that. Now that is a big purchase. So if you've not ever done that before, you're talking about needing to pay for 100 pounds of meat. If you did that's about a quarter cow to even 1/5 of a cow is about 100 pounds of meat. Still at $3.50 a pound, that's a lot of money to come up with. It may not be something that you could do right now, but it is something to kind of put in your mindset to know May and June next year, if I can't do it right now, that this is the time of year that I need to be ready for that I have saved up the money and I'm ready to be able to handle it. So meat and produce, this is your time of the year to grab a lot of those items if you can. Okay, let's jump back to questions. Coupon Polly says, we're going to Daytona Beach this summer and need to purchase groceries. How far away should we shop? I don't want to pay high prices. So really all I would do is not head directly to the beach to do your shopping. And you've got a lot of choices right there near Daytona Beach. Outside, don't go beachside, let's go landside to do your shopping in towns that are semi close by. So, if we're kind of pulling up a map here, I did spring break in Daytona Beach one time. I'm not brave enough to ever go back. But for you, if I'm coming down, I probably would, even the Flagler area, St. Augustine, any of those would be great. Maybe even Ormond Beach, but I don't know that I would go all the way in. I would go ahead and probably grab my groceries, St. Augustine, as I'm heading south. You're going to have a ton of Publixes. You're going to have a lot of other stores too, but I'd probably focus on Publix. You'll find some Winn-Dixie's in the area, but Publix is going to have the better deals over Winn-Dixie. If you're, just want my 2 cents on where to shop there. Teresa says, Lowe's Foods is offering a fresh farmers market produce service called Carolina Crate, 6 to 10 weeks of fresh produce, and you pick it up at the store. So what I would do, Teresa, with those, anytime the grocery store is involved, you're still going to kind of have that grocery store upcharge. So I would still compare the prices to that link that I just showed you and that report that I just showed you. When it all comes out to it, am I getting that, basically, 40 ears of corn for $14. I know they're not going to put 40 ears of corn in your crate, but if I start to add up the prices for everything, did I get a better price than the store normally charges? Then sweet, let's take it, especially if you're not near a co-op. But if you're near a farmer's market and you can do it yourself and take the middleman out of it, you're going to save a lot more. Okay. I'm interested in getting a cabinet to hold my couponing. So Ashley Stewart, or A Stewart, I'm giving you a new first name. I don't know what your first name was. Wanting to get something to kind of hold all the stuff that you're grabbing. I don't necessarily know about the Sandusky brand, but I would say in general, just a shelving unit is a great way to start, and to start really cheap on that versus spending a lot of money to go into something that's more like furniture. Shelving unit wise, this is probably a great time to grab a deal at Lowe's or Home Depot. Aiming on organizing Dad's garage is really where they're going to have those sales, but they're still going to work great for storing anything that you are wanting to grab and that you have extras of. She said not a shelf because my garage is shared with multiple family members and is very crowded. I would still possibly look at some of those closed cabinets then that are still at Lowe's and Home Depot. They're plastic, but they are closing cabinets that would probably do the trick at a much better, cheaper price overall is what I would look at if I were you. Okay, so we've hit produce and meat. Those are the things so far on stocking up. A few other things I mentioned grills and going pre-Father's Day, not after Father's Day, but a couple of other things that you could do in that category. So outdoor gear and tools. If there are anything in the power tools section, or anything, if you're wanting some camping equipment, it's not the best time. We really want to wait until after the summer, but those smaller ticket item things, we will still see some sales on before Father's Day. So if there's something that you can't wait on, then take advantage of the Father's Day sales. Just don't go past them, just to kind of put a couple of other things that were in there. And then if you can still find some winter clearance, we're really past a lot of that. But to not miss that as well, if there's anything still out that you would use, that would also be something else to add to the list. Now, things that are still, we haven't hit everything on the not buy list. But we talked about big stuff. Guys, this really isn't the best time of year to be buying swimsuits. Though we have seen, Lands' End ran 50% off swim this weekend, for Memorial Day. But really, if I can wait until the end of the season to grab swimsuits for everybody for next year, I know you've got to think about what sizes your kids will be, but huge discounts to do that at the end of the season versus at the beginning. Sunglasses also fit in that. If you've got any high ticket sunglasses that you're wanting, I want to wait until the end of the summer for those. And then two others that I wanted to add to the mix. Cars, I want to wait until the fall or early winter. And some people even say the last day of the year. But come September is when we see all of the 2019 models hit the lot. And that's when all of the 2018s and 2017s all get slashed in prices. So no cars during the summer. A cousin of mine just bought one 2 days ago. No cars during the summer. Nobody asks me though. They always go shopping. They don't ask. So just go ahead and do that for me. No cars during the summer. Wait until the fall. Even if you're buying used, you will get a better price if you can wait until the fall. And then phones. So Jonathan already asked about iPads, but let's talk phones. So if you are wanting a new one, if you're dealing with you're back in an old model, you really want to wait if you can. So Androids come out with new ones in the spring, but iPhone comes out with new ones every September. And when that new one comes out, then the models right below that are all going to be slashed. And the models right below that are going to become the models that we see Verizon and everybody running the big incentives on. I'm not going to see a ton of incentives on an iPhone X right now, but I am going to see incentives on the 8. Well, come the next model, we're going to see the incentives on the X. You get the idea. So if you're wanting to upgrade, this really isn't the best time. I'll actually be able to get a little bit better of a phone for what I could get that's about to be an even later model. So hold off until September, if you can, until that iPhone release, maybe even the first week in October, until you're jumping in on phones. Now, if you're an Android person, your Android model came out in April. You could probably go ahead and get the older one. But anyone that is not an Android person, we want to wait until the fall if we can, and not during the summer. That said, don't forget computers. There are one exception to this electronic game that we do buy during the summer. Okay, so Lynn's saying, any idea why Zaycon keeps pushing chicken deliveries out? Mine's been pushed twice. So Lynn, I had someone else send me a message today on this too. You're not alone. Zaycon is having kind of some growing pains. They've been running those 99-cent sales. This is the first time they've ever done that this spring. And because of demand, they're having a hard time kind of getting enough chicken, filling orders, all of that. I would not be concerned. You're still going to get your chicken. Their issue, and working with them from a corporate side, so getting messages from them and their corporate office as to what's going on, and just trying to relay that message here, is that they will only work with suppliers that they know that they approve of the quality, that they approve of everything else. So they're not wanting to run out and just grab from anybody to fill the orders. They're wanting to get them from the folks that they already know have a good product. And so that is the holdup on this. And it's trying to fulfill all the orders that they've done. They also emphasized in their email that when they push orders, it actually costs them a lot more. So, hopefully in the end, it will all, they'll iron out their kinks, but they're having to change driver schedules and whatnot behind all of that too. So it is not their desire to have to keep doing this, but they want to be able to fulfill with good quality rather than just sending chicken and making the, checking the box and the order is done. So that's really what the holdup is right now. This is just growing pains. Now, for those of us who've ordered from Zaycon for years, I would still say it's totally worth the money and the savings and the time. They have a great product and it's a huge savings, especially this time with the 99-cent sale going to current customers, which is huge. They've never done that before. So we just have to be a little patient as they iron out what's going on with all those orders, and hopefully they will soon. Let's see. So Paige says, any deals on wooden pantry cabinets are best place to buy. I just bought a house without a pantry and I'm looking to buy one to use as a pantry. So Paige, this is another thing that I would probably put on 3-day weekends, looking in Lowe's and Home Depot, looking to see what they have, even in their cabinet section. So we think of scratch and dents for appliances, but you will find that there are some cabinets that they get returned as well. So checking with them and seeing what's been returned. Another option, if you haven't already, and I don't know how DIY you guys are, but checking out like your Habitat for Humanity Restore. We have one in Columbia. We had one where we used to live. So I'm hoping others of you have something similar. A restore is where if I'm, renovating my house, I can actually take my old windows, my old doors, and Habitat for Humanity can then resell those items. It's a donation for me, but Habitat for Humanity can resell those items. They're still usable. And they can use that money to then raise funds to build more houses. So they'll have some good cabinets. We actually have upstairs. We're moving it out. I don't need it anymore. It's kind of an exciting moment. But when my twins were born, my husband got a cabinet from there and converted it into a changing table. And so we've had that in our house now for 13 years. I don't need a changing table anymore, but that's where it came from. It was an old bathroom vanity, and we just put a new top on it and a changing table top. And that's what it's been for the last 13 years. So you may find some fun things that you can convert into all sorts of things from the Restore. Super cheap. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how much we paid for that because my brain does not hold on to numbers for 13 years. But I will tell you that we were really, really broke. So I don't think we would have spent even more than $20 on it back then. So that is probably where I would head first if you're up for a small project, because we did refinish it and put a new top on it. It wasn't gorgeous at first, but I say he did all the work on that one. I just sat there and was pregnant. That was my job. But if you're up for some work, you might be able to get a really good deal there on a lot of fun things. So Erin has a great question on MoviePass. The MoviePass card, is that a good deal to sign up for, especially with summer movie watching and the air conditioning? So MoviePass, Erin, a lot of folks love it. I've had a few friends that I know that have had it and they've loved it. I know that MoviePass has made some changes here recently, and they had closed it down for a little bit and then they reopened it and they've started selling the cards again. There is a limit now on, you can watch the movie once, I'm pretty sure is what I've seen a lot of folks talking about. For me, that's okay. I don't need to see the same movie 30 times in a month. But it's a pretty neat way to see a bunch of movies. There are some little warnings that you need to know how to use it. You can't get the movie early. You can get the movie within, when you get to the theater, you can check in basically and get your ticket then. And you have to have one per phone. So if I was going to do it with my kids, that's going to be a tricky one. Just read all of the how-tos on it. But if you're cool with it and it's just for you and your husband, you both have a phone, I think that for the super cheap price that it is, you're going to get a really good deal. And I haven't checked recently. Let me pull it up super fast. But I know Costco even sold discounted memberships for a little bit. So let's see if they still have it available on there. So let's see. They do not. So Costco does not have the MoviePass, but one option for you as well, if you do have a Costco membership, is that they do sell movie tickets in bulk. So I can get, looking at their website, you can get 10 tickets to any AMC and you pay a set price for that. It just depends on where you want to go. They have Cinemark, they have Regal and AMC, depending on what pack you want to get. That's another option. It's not as cheap as MoviePass for sure, but that's just flat out tickets that you could redeem without a problem if you wanted something more traditional. Any deals on canning jars? So Janice, we did, you're going to make me see whether or not it's still there. So we did have an Ibotta that was out, and it may have gone really quick because jars were on sale at Target, and it made for a crazy good deal at Target for canning jars. But let me see. I'm searching. Yes. So you can. There is a $5 Ibotta available, and I didn't hook up my little thing to show you guys the phone. Sorry, I was scrambling to sit down to the computer in time. But there's a $5 Ibotta when you buy 2 packages of ball canning jars. They've been on sale at Target, so that's where I would head first. You can look at that online. You don't have to head to Target to see if there are any left in stock. And this is a limit of 5, so you could use it a lot if you wanted to. And is good in lots of places. So go with that one. You can also use it on some others. So there's $1 for ball mini jars, $2 for ball spiral jars. You get the idea, but there's a lot there. There was also a ball coupon that came out. So I'm going back and forth as fast as I can. This is the hard part when you get back from vacation, remembering what's expired and what's not, and turning your brain back on, can be tricky. So searching super fast for you in the database. So it looks like, oh, it would help if I spelled it wrong. Spelled it right. Ball. We have the Ibotta is what it's showing me. I'm not seeing the insert one. Next page. There's a lot of coupons available with the word ball in them. Oh yeah. Just got one, $2 off. So you've got the one from Sunday Paper, from the 520 Sunday Paper, and the Ibotta. Pair those puppies together. And that's going to save you with the $5 off too. That's $2.50 plus a $2 off, and use 2 of them. If you've got them, that's $4.50 already off of each case that you're grabbing, which is pretty sweet no matter where you go. I would probably head to Target or Walmart because they're going to have the cheaper prices over going to a grocery store for those items. So hopefully that helps. Make your own deal at Target or Walmart, definitely. So I'm guessing this is a Zaycon. Is it all chicken or just boneless, skinless? Guess folks will have to order the bacon instead. So I don't know that all chicken has been pushed back. I think it's just in certain areas. And I know they also have 2 orders we're talking about. So we have a June delivery chicken, but then you can already start ordering for the next chicken delivery, which is all the way in September for a lot of folks. Those are not being pushed back. It's the ones that were set to start delivering here in the next couple of weeks that they're having issues getting that fulfilled. So if you're ordering for a really far out date, don't panic. Those are fine. And you may have to start ordering the bacon. We've done their bacon before. It is delicious. It's a lot of bacon, but it is delicious. Do I still coupon at places like CVS and Walgreens? So I do. I am there. I coupon at CVS usually once a month, just to keep my extra care bucks current and happy. But I love CVS. I am not always in Walgreens. And I share that on a regular basis with y'all. Walgreens is not necessarily my happy place. But I am quite happy in CVS with all the savings that you can grab. So I firmly believe that if you want to be able to, knock your budget out as much as you can, that you have to shop in a drugstore. 1 grocery store and 1 drugstore. So just those 2 stores, that's all you need. But all your personal care, household, baby, needs to come from a drugstore, and everything else, basically if you eat it, comes from a grocery store, and if you don't eat it, it comes from a drugstore. Carol Odom, what's my favorite phone service without a contract? So we've done a few different ones. I would say the Walmart one is probably what most people rave the most about, which is their Straight Talk program, I'm pretty sure. And that one runs on Verizon towers. Now, they're not supposed to tell you what it's running on, but that's pretty much what everyone will tell you. It has the best coverage. And price-wise, they're all about the same prices. I don't know that you're going to find that one is amazingly cheaper than another, but it's really about coverage. So that's probably where I would point you if you're really looking at going that route. And Mariana, same. So refrigerators, all appliances is a 3-day weekend. So you will still find today's deals are going to be extended through tomorrow. So don't panic. You could go hunting tomorrow for new appliances, or wait until July 4th or Labor Day. Those are your next 2 if you're wanting appliances. Okay. Oh, and Lynn, I did not do the bush beans. I don't have a Harris Teeter nearby, but if someone did, I hope that someone will chime in and be able to tell you whether or not they were able to get those. So with the bush beans, that was by 4 or 5 bush beans in Harris Teeter. I know it's also running in a couple of other stores that aren't Southern Savers stores, but hopefully someone else got it. And I do want to say from the fine print that it was like a good 3 or 4 weeks until you got them, but it should come in a voucher form that you then take and redeem for tickets. Heidi, the Target deal on the ball jars was running last week, which is why I'm saying I don't know. It was one of those where I saw it right as we were heading to the beach, but I'm searching. So this is a plug for the Target app. If you've not ever done it, you can actually search and find what they are in your store. And yes, some of them are on sale in stores. So they're all showing sale next to them. It's not a massive discount, but it is something. So like these 4-ounce, these are little jelly jars, they're $1 off. So when you pair in the $4.50 in savings, it's going to make them $4 for a case of 12. The 16-ounce mason jars, which are just the regular old jars. I really wish I'd gotten the plug for my phone for you guys now. 12 count is $7.82 on sale, so you can kind of see that. So you plug in that $4.50 worth of savings, and that's going to make those $3.30 for a 12 pack. So it's going to make it an even better savings overall. So that is the Target deal. I'm glad to see that it's still running. So pair that I bought it in with it, and the coupon from the 520, the SS 520. So we didn't get any coupons this week, but it's from the Sunday right before this one. So hopefully you have, your inserts. And let's see. So I'm going to try to get this hooked up. In case you guys ask me any other questions, my husband just brought me my cord so that we can show you on the screen if we need to. And Jana says, what is Zaycon? We're talking about Zaycon. So that is where they're a company that sells bulk meat, Janice, and that is where we get a lot of our chicken, ground beef. We just got steaks from them last week. So we'll buy meat in bulk and then put it up in the freezer. And it's a fun way to save a chunk off of your meat. So their chicken, this past weekend ran 99 cents a pound for boneless, skinless chicken breasts. We will see their ground beef as low as $2.90 they have a 93% lean and an 80% lean. So their prices, the grocery store just can't touch them. The tricky part is that it comes in bulk, so you're going to need to deal with this big old box of meat and put it in your freezer. So you will need some freezer space to be able to do them, or split it up with some friends. But that is Zaycon in a nutshell. And their website is zayconfresh.com. I'm not sure if they're running any promotions right now. I can pull it up super fast and tell you. I want to say the 99-cent chicken ended yesterday, but I might be wrong. So give me a second and I'll log in and give you any new codes that they may be running. So almost there. Here we go. Takes me a second. Oh, sorry. The chicken is still running. So you could still get, if you use chicken 2018, chicken in all caps 2018, it's going to get you that 99-cent chicken breast for one case, and it's good for new or returning Zaycon users, and it's going to be for pickups that are much further. It's not going to be for pickups that are 2 weeks from now, so just be ready for that. You're talking way in advance. So that code, again, is chicken in all caps 2018. So that you can grab that if you wanted to from Zaycon. Okay, let me jump back, make sure we're back on track for everything. So, we hit most of everything that I had, and you guys have asked some great questions too. But if I didn't hit something that you were wanting to know when it comes on sale, just chime in the comments, and we'll try to go there too. yes. So, and I hope you guys can all get the canning jars, looking at all the comments. It's a fun deal for everybody. Oh, and Nadine's asking, for Ibotta. So if you've never used Ibotta, Nadine, it's really easy to use. And I can kind of walk you through a little bit of what it would look like. Try to get my phone pulled up here. So I have to open a little program really quick. But I will be able to show you in hopefully 2 seconds. So with Ibotta, with their, here we go. So these are the offers inside Ibotta, and all you need to do is load them to your account. So I just need to push the little plus sign. It's always gonna, let's see, I wanna get them at Target, and usually it's gonna make you learn a fact or take a poll. It didn't this time, that's kind of fun. Usually you always have to jump through some little hoop with them, but that is now saved to my account with Ibotta, and I can save all of them. That part doesn't matter. If you end up buying it at a different store, that also doesn't matter, guys. So I'm saving these to Target because we're talking about a Target deal, and I probably will go and grab it. But I could end up grabbing it somewhere else. So then when I've gone to Target and I've bought this, you can see down in the bottom, there's a little, and I'll hover over it, but right here is a redeem button, and that's all I need to click is the redeem button. Once I do that and I say, hey, I went to Target, it's going to walk you through. So it says take a picture. If I were to say yes, let's take a picture, it's going to show you, and I kind of do it with a piece of paper here, but if I hit continue, I'm going to take a picture. It even shows me how to do it. So it shows me how to line up the receipt. I don't have a receipt here. I just have my little notes, but to line them up inside the lines. And you can take that picture, you can keep adding to it for a longer picture. I'm going to cancel out. But when you're done, that's really all that it takes. So it's super easy. It does walk you through completely how to do it. And then you kind of move on to the next one. And that's the same for most of these stores. So if you've never used it before, it's very simple to use. You're going to have the money back in your Ibotta account within 24 hours usually. And then you will, let's see, so I can click on my offers again, and I'll see those canning jars that we just added for Target, and some other things that I've saved in there too. But if I went in and grabbed this, if I got the spiral jars and the mini jars, if I got all of them, I would have maybe $10 in my Ibotta account just from that one Target purchase. And then when I have $20 saved up, I can get it out and a deposit to PayPal and a gift card. They've got a lot of options for payouts. So if you've not ever used it, it's very easy, walks you through it. Nothing to be scared of whatsoever. But this is a pretty fun one. So that's the big one, $5 off any 2 12 packs. And that's for 8 ounce to 32 ounce. So it really doesn't even matter what size jars you're getting, just 12 packs. And that is what, when I was showing you in Target, that's what's on sale. So these are the mason jars. These are the 16 ounce mason jars, and they're on sale. They're basically $1 off, but you're going to get $5 back when you buy 2 of them from Ibotta, and you've got $2 off coupon. So that's what's going to make this one. And again, guys, I told you the app's sweet. So not only does it tell me they're in stock at this store, but it even tells me what aisle to find them on. So check your Target app before you head to the store, so that you're not running around super upset when they're out of them. Will save you some time and a little frustration. But I love their app for that. And by the way, if you've also never done this, to get that local price, you have to click this little button in the top corner. So you see it kind of pop in and show what aisle it's on. And the price is obviously the same online too, but a lot of times that price will change when you click that in stock to be able to see what you've got in your local store. So it's a fun one. The Walmart app also does that. Just, cool inside tip for how those apps work. Okay. So Josie, the Brother printer that we posted today is not wireless. It's super cheap, but it's not wireless. So no, you're not going to be able to print from your phone with it. You would want to grab the 22, the number you're looking for is a 2240 or higher. And that wireless, the minute we put wireless on something, it's normally on sale, good price. It's like in the $85 to $90 range. So, it's going to be a bit more than the $60 one that we got today. Paige says any air fryer or Fitbit deals. So Paige, our best deals for that are waiting for Kohl's when we can pair in a 30% off, when we can pair in even a 10 off 50 and get Kohl's cash back. They're not running all of that right now. So I'd hold off if you can, but we will see it. And it's going to be the weekend before Father's Day. So, they're going to give you time to order and get it all in for Father's Day, and arrive in time. So you don't have to wait too much longer. It's really like next weekend. And then you can grab all those deals. So just a little bit longer, but those will be the best sales, for sure. You may see some on Amazon as well, but Kohl's usually will end up beating it, especially when you pair in the Kohl's cashback. Looking for a gift card deal for Lowe's. So Lynn, I know I saw Dollar General has gift card deals in their ad this week. I don't know if Lowe's was part of that Dollar General deal. So check the Dollar General ad to see. That was $5 back when you buy 2 gift cards, but the value wasn't actually specified. So you could buy 2 gift cards of any value and get $5 back. I'm trying to pull up their ad really fast so that I can tell you. Not helpful. It was all restaurants at Dollar General. So Chili's, Applebee's, Steak and Shake, On the Border, Macaroni Grill, all of those. Let's see. I'll go hunting and see what else I can find you to. My other go-to is heading to the gift card sites, like Raise.com, RAISE.com. They will usually run a coupon code where you can get $5 off of any $50 purchase. So it's going to save you something, at least. There are other sites that do it too, but Raise I really like because they guarantee the cards and they guarantee them for a really long time so that you know when you've bought it that you're getting what you bought. So I would look there too. Marlena says, if I order online, can I still use Ibotta? I know the receipt looks different because it's a shipping list. So Marlena, I know in the past you could not. Now when I order online, it's usually from Amazon, so it's not things that I would redeem for Ibotta. But I'm pretty sure, like 99.9% sure, they've not changed the rule on uploading shipping manifests, and definitely not with Checkout 51. But I'll go digging for you too, and I have someone in their PR department that I can reach out to. Ibotta also has really good online help. So even leaving a comment with their help. So you could try to upload the what came with the shipment. My brain is frozen. I can't even think of the right word for that. And let's see. Yeah, but try entering it into even their Q&A, and just sending them a picture, but then uploading it through their help desk, even if it gets rejected, and seeing what they'll do too. If you really wanted to, you might find that you get a little bit further that way if you wanted to. Is there a better time of year to buy a generator? So Deborah, I don't know where you live, but just a reminder for folks in Florida, that Florida is running tax-free weekends to get you ready for hurricanes. You know, they're already dealing with them early, but tax-free days for Florida starts this coming weekend. It starts on the 1st, I want to say, and runs through the weekend. So if you're in Florida, it's now, because we'll see all of them on sale and you're not going to pay tax on that generator. Sales tax is what I mean by that. If you're near Florida, it might mean a road trip to Florida to get a generator. I know in the past, Alabama has also done that for generators and supplies. Louisiana has done that. So you may want to check with your state and see if they are going to have an emergency preparedness tax-free holiday. That could totally be your weekend. This is also the time of the year that we do see discounts on generators because they know that folks are kind of gearing up for hurricane season. But if you're not in a hurricane pocket, don't expect a really big discount on them. It's really going to be specifically like our folks in Florida are going to see some great sales on them this weekend. Another one for that might be looking online too. You'll still be able to get them with free shipping. And you'll be able to get some of the discounts that were offered in other areas by shopping online. So you may want to just hold off and see what you can find this coming weekend. See if Home Depot and Lowe's will offer things to those of us not in Florida for online shopping. And just the fact that it's the start of hurricane season. So it's a good time. When's the best time and place to buy an Apple computer? So Brenda, with Apples, and I'm on one, so I really, kind of talking to us all here. But with Apples, we will never see the sales that PC folks will see. With back to school season, we will see some discounts. Cheaper, you're talking maybe like $150 off. It's not going to be what the PCs are going to be by any means. To save some money, what I would do is let's head to Best Buy to grab it, but let's buy Best Buy gift cards, getting gas savings at Kroger, using, gift card discounts whenever the grocery stores are running them, looking at gift card places like Ray's. So you're kind of going to stock up on those Best Buy cards and then buy them at Best Buy. There are a couple places online that sell refurbished as well. So there's Mac Mall. Best Buy even will sell some refurbished ones on their website if you're cool with refurbished. That's where you're really going to get your discounts if you're up for that one. It's just whether or not you're wanting that versus wanting brand new. But brand new, don't expect more than $150 off. It's just about as low as we saw. One thing you could do if you've got a student, Best Buy does run some college deals. You sign up for their college savings and they'll send coupons. The coupons, this is for back to school, so we're talking about a month from now, but their coupons will change every week, every 2 weeks, and we did see some for $200 off of brand new Macs. So that could be an option as well, but you're going to need a college student to technically be able to get the coupons. It really can come to any email address, but you're technically lying at that point. So it's up to you how you feel about that one. So it's technically their college program, and it's a pretty good saving. So go recruit one, go find one and get them to send you the coupon. Okay, we're kind of out of time here. We hit a lot of stuff tonight. I hope I hit all of your questions. If I didn't, you can always send me a Facebook message. I got a little behind on them last week, but kind of back on it all. Oh, and Heidi's chiming in too. A great point. At least waiting for those tax-free weekends to grab your Apple computer might be the other route too. So we can get that $100 discount at Best Buy. We can use Best Buy gift cards, and we can get it tax-free. Thanks for chiming in on that one, Heidi. Be careful. One warning on that one is that some states do have max amounts, and they max out those computers at $750. That's where for the states that have limits, that is usually the computer limit. So you're gonna still end up paying some sales tax depending on the state that you're in, but it's still gonna be quite a chunk to not pay that 7%. Tennessee's crazy 9% that you guys pay on a $1,000 computer. Could be something for sure. So thank you for reminding us about that, Heidi. Now, if you guys, again, have any other questions, send me a Facebook message. You can always send me an email, Jenny@SouthernSavers.com. I hope this helps you guys. And if you have other topics that we can chat on, feel free to send me that as well. I'm always up for help on coming up with what we should talk about each week. And I will talk to you guys later on in the week. We are going to do grocery shopping this week. I did not pop in with any extra videos last week, but we're back at it. So I will talk to you all on Wednesday as we get home from the grocery store. We're also going to hit CVS this week and our canning jars at Target. We've got lots of stops to make, but hopefully we can all grab that deal together, and I will share all the deals that we grabbed, and you guys share as well with any friends that you have. I help them to get into this and get saving some money. Thanks for joining me tonight. Y'all have a good night.